Norris moving in with Tommy's family in Landman Season 2 might seem like a small storyline on the surface, but it actually says a lot about where the show is headed emotionally and thematically. This isn't just a convenient living arrangement or a random plot device. It's a reflection of how the pressure of everything that's happening in the oil fields is now spilling directly into the characters' private lives. The line between work and home is completely gone at this point, and TL moving in is one more sign that there's no safe space left untouched by the fallout. For TL, this move feels tied to survival more than comfort. After everything that's happened, especially with the growing dangers at work and the rising legal and physical threats around M-Tex, being alone no longer feels like an option. There's a sense that TL is carrying fear, stress, and maybe even guilt that he can't process on his own anymore. Living under the same roof as Tommy's family puts him in constant proximity to people who understand exactly what he's going through, even if none of them are really talking about it openly. For Tommy, allowing TL into his home shows how tangled his personal and professional life has become. He's always tried to separate the two, even if he's never fully succeeded. Now that boundary is officially gone. By opening his home, Tommy is taking on even more emotional responsibility at a time when he already feels stretched thin. It's not just about helping a friend or colleague. It's about the unspoken understanding that they're in this mess together, whether they like it or not. This living arrangement also puts extra strain on Tommy's family in subtle ways. They didn't sign up to be part of the oil field chaos directly, but now it's sitting at their dinner table. TL's presence is a daily reminder that danger is never far away, even when everyone is trying to act normal. That kind of tension doesn't need loud arguments to be felt. It shows up in awkward silences, guarded conversations, and the constant feeling that something could go wrong at any moment. There's also the emotional contrast to think about. TL is a man who's seen the worst sides of this industry up close, and now he's sharing space with a family that still clings to some version of normalcy. That clash creates discomfort, but it also creates honesty. You can't pretend everything is fine when someone in your living room is living proof that it isn't. The show uses this setup to force the characters into facing realities they'd rather avoid. On a deeper level, TL moving in speaks to one of Landman's biggest themes this season: isolation versus connection. Nearly every character is dealing with internal pressure, fear, or regret, but many of them are doing it alone. TL choosing not to be alone anymore feels like a quiet but important decision. It suggests that survival in this world might not just be about power or strategy, but about having someone nearby when things start to collapse. It also complicates Tommy's emotional state even more. He already carries the weight of leadership, responsibility, and the consequences of past decisions. Now he's sharing his private space with someone who mirrors those same burdens back at him every day. There's no escaping it when the work follows you home in human form. That constant exposure is likely to push Tommy into confronting feelings he's been avoiding. From a storytelling standpoint, this move is smart because it naturally creates conflict without forcing it. You don't need explosions or dramatic confrontations when tension is built into daily life. Small moments, shared meals, late-night conversations, and quiet breakdowns can sometimes hit harder than the big action sequences. It grounds the danger of the oil fields in something much more personal and relatable. In the end, TL Norris moving in with Tommy's family isn't just about logistics. It's about fear, trust, guilt, and the desperate need for connection in a world that keeps taking things apart. It shows how deeply the events of Season 2 are affecting everyone, not just on the job, but in the places where they're supposed to feel safe. And that shift might be one of the most important emotional turning points of the season so far.